All right, welcome. I am going to talk about Bitcoin today. We obviously had a huge pump, which I've been talking about for I don't know how long. Finally, we saw it getting resolved. I'm seeing a lot of people short this or short around here. I have no idea why you would do that. There's no reason to be bearish. There has been no reason to be bearish. We have held all the structure we have had to hold. And we haven't shifted bearish a single day. So I know a lot of people shorted this together with people who actually know what they're doing. So I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we're going to talk about sort of what happened here and also what I expect for the future. So I'll shift down to a slightly lower time frame, and then we can get started here. So obviously, ever since around the 14th, 15th, we have developed a quite a solid range here. So between around here and around 53,000. So around this here, and obviously all the way up here with these wicks, but I don't really count these as they are only 4-hour wicks, so they don't have much value at all. So this has been our main range, and we got our first, second, and third test, and the third test is almost always the strongest one. So when you saw this and you saw that it held, it should have been a free long for you around this demand here. Especially once you see this in hindsight, you can see that this demand block over here got filled perfectly, and we got the reaction we wanted from it. So basically, Bitcoin has been holding most of the structure we wanted. We obviously saw a small deviation below, but this wasn't worrying at all due to this move being purely by market orders, so there wasn't really any market maker backing behind it. So I wasn't really concerned at all. And finally, we saw this here. We additionally flipped the monthly deviation band here with this one over here. Flipped bearish. This would have been a really good opportunity for you to long due to it being in discount because it's below the deviation band, but above VWAP, right? So it's still bullish. So this would have been a very, very good long for you. So any move below this deviation band here would have been a pretty solid long for you. As you can see here with this move, 6-7% on Bitcoin. That's quite a lot. So let's talk about what's going to happen next, most likely. So on Bitcoin, we just reacted off the 2021 2021 VWAP reset. It's actually pretty like to the tick. I believe it's like +5 or $4 something on the Binance spot chart. It's actually $4 away. That's just slightly less because this is almost 906. So our 2021 VWAP reset worked out very well. I shared this chart not too long ago, so you should have had this level noted. If you didn't, I mean, fader. We can see where this levels come from. If we go and turn on the VWAP again, and we can turn off the fills for now because they're not really important for now, and rather we'll focus on the resets now. So we'll zoom out and go on a higher time frame here on the 2-day, for example. And like I said, it's the 2021 VWAP reset, meaning it's the reset between 2021 and 2022. So if we go ahead and look here, you can actually see that it reset right around, let's see here, it's the yearly one together with the deviation bands on. So here we go. So as we can see here, as we can see here, off this deviation band here, right? I'll make this in red just so it's super clear which band I'm talking about. This band reset right at this level, actually slightly below, but pretty much at this level. And that led to this reaction, which we have gotten off a pretty solid rejection, which is expected. Oops. Additionally, we are approaching our third deviation band up here. So I expect us to potentially, if we go ahead and consolidate a bit, for this to pull down slightly, and for this to match up with the 2021 value area high, which is going to be the next key resistance. If we go ahead and turn off view up here, if we go ahead and flip this 54.9 level, this 56 level will become next resistance. If we flip that, 60 to 65k is next. 60k is a very much psychological level. A lot of people want to see 60k. A lot of people want to short off 60k. So it's going to be quite the important level. Additionally, around 64 is again our 2021 view up reset. I can turn on the view up again to show you where this comes from. Like this. So here, this deviation band here, reset right around there. I'll make this one red now instead of the other one, so you can see which one I'm talking about. It's the, I believe it is the second one, right? Upper band 2, it should be that one. Yeah. As you can see, the upper band number 2 reset right around here, the 64, 65 level. So that's going to be the next level. If we flip that, we're going to all-time highs around 70, 75k. With mainly this being a 70k being a very psychological level, together with plenty of calls, I think 70k as strike price, which will make them, most of them probably either sell their calls or possibly exercise them, which will just fuel price to go upwards again. And then the 74, 75 level will be the last view up reset in 2021. So this is going to be super heavy resistance. If we flip 75k, which I don't think we will do just yet, we're heading towards 88k levels. So as for ETH, I'm going to fresh ETH chart so you guys can see sort of how I mark my levels out, etc. Let's go on Coinbase because those charts tend to be quite clean. So obviously we have this composite here, right around there. We additionally have the, actually this was a bad chart because we don't really have much data at all. Let's go on a different chart. What's the indicator? Oh. Let's go on Binance and just remove my drawings. Okay, I have none. That's good. So like we said with on the Coinbase chart, this is our composite. Here's our composite high with these deviations up there. We turn on the yearly view up and look at the resets. There we go. So we have a 2021 reset right around there. I'll mark this out in black so we can have them for later. 2021 view up reset. There we go. We also have this 4.4 level, which I'll mark out as well. And we have this one down here. There we go. Additionally, we have this 2022 reset level, which might be a good level as well. As we can see, it matches up with this resistance support level. And lastly, we have this one over here, which is also going to be a 2022 reset level, which is going to be very important to hold. All right, so now we have our levels marked out. So go on 8 hour here, it's a good balance. There we go. So this is going to be the level we want to hold. It's the same sort of scenario as on Bitcoin with these ranges. In this case, it's this range we built up since the 14th. But ETH tends to outperform Bitcoin at later stages. So we might see 32, 33, 34, stuff like that. But the main thing is going to be, I'll just double check that I have this level marked out correctly, because that's pretty important to have. Let's have it precisely. That's very precise. Okay, that's good. All right. So main thing is going to see if we can flip this 2022 VWAP reset. If we can, which would give us something like this, where we start consolidating here. You'd want to enter off of the deviation bands or VWAP depending on how we trend. So I'll turn on the VWAP, sorry, and go on a slightly lower time frame here. So let's do the monthly, for example. Let's go even lower because this is a bit too high. Let's go weekly. That's better. All right. So our areas are right on here. So we want to see this upper band number, I believe that's number 2. Yeah. I want to see this stay here, which will potentially give us a good zone to long ETH off again. I called out an ETH long a few weeks ago, and ever since then, I mean, we've been up and up and up and up and up. So yeah. So the main thing you want to look for here is a potential retest down here, and potentially long off that. Your main resistance is going to be, let me just remove these brushes here because they're disgusting. Your main levels of resistance is going to be at this 33 level, or 3280. And it's also going to be around the 34 level. After that, we have pretty much nothing until around 38. So after that, I mean, this could be around 36 could be an area in which you have this here. But this is almost only thin air. So I'd look to potentially TP some here, but I mean, you're not really done until you see these 44 levels, 43, 44 levels on ETH, and then potentially even up here at this 53. So ETH, bullish, very bullish, as everything else. Just to reiterate, you want to see this 2022 VWAP reset flipped, and then just TPs across all this here. Just be patient and wait for price to come to you here. All right, well, thanks for listening, and yeah.